Thomas. Miami dropped Henry Gray. Henry Gray, who I know, he was a student in my class when I taught at Miramar, in my music appreciation class. He parted ways with Miami, and then they said, look, fine, go elsewhere. We're not going to recruit you. Jaden Francois, he was caught crying on his national signing day because the coach who was recruiting him to Nebraska was leaving. And then he was trying to figure out, can I go to Miami still? Or I don't want to because I know this coach or blah, 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 and things. But, you know, Miami let that drop because they're like, cool, we're all in on this Avante Williams thing, who by every metric is a better player, and let that happen. So, like, I mean, is Nebraska getting a couple of guys? Sure, fine. And, I mean, look, Henry Gray is a player. Always has been. You know, Jaden Francois is a player. But, I mean, you get an Isaiah Dunson, a 4-star, and you get Avante Williams, the number 2 rated safety, instead of those guys. I mean, sure, they're picking up a couple of guys, but, like, with all due respect to those guys. And, again, Henry, who I will, anytime I see him, I will clap him up because I have a personal relationship with him that extends outside of football.
Right.
Miami got better players at both of those positions. So is Nebraska getting some guys? Sure. Are they like picking off the top? No. Now, who is picking off the top? Alabama, Ohio State, LSU, Clemson, Oklahoma. Them guys, they're coming down here and saying, we're not going down the list and saying, oh, we might be able to slide. Da, da, da. Even Penn State, they had to go down the list a little bit to get John Dunmore. Them heavyweights, they're coming down and saying, AAO, 5-star, run that.
Right.
Dumerville, LSU. Oh, Martinez, who should have been a 4-star, LSU. Let me get that. Oh, Tatum from Unischool, 5-star tackle. Let me get that. Frank Latson, 5-star wide receiver from South Dade, Clemson. Let me get that. Alabama, wide receiver, running back. Let me get that. They're going in. They're not even. I mean, think about going to Publix or your local grocery store. Them schools are coming in and they're going off of the display in the front. Oh, yeah. This is what you're trying to sell me? Cool. Let me get that. They're not going down the aisle shopping for bargains. They're not looking and seeing what's on sale. No. That's a Nebraska. That's a Middle Tennessee State. That's an Akron who comes down. They had to go see, okay, who's 5'7", and I mean, not a Tutu Atwell kind of speed, but, you know, who's 2 inches too short and 30 pounds too light that we can develop down the line, you know, that bargain shopping. These other teams, they're coming down and saying, okay, cool, Ferrari dealership. Which one would you like to sell me today? Cool. I'll take that Ferrari.
Yep.
Like it's different.
It's on a different level. And see, the another thing about it is Mark has also touched on it before is just 30 minutes ago is the fact that how many 4 and 5-star wide receiver, running back, cornerbacks are in South Florida? And like you spoke about, when you say, see, the difference is like Miami is one thing, but when you say South Florida, you're talking about 2, maybe 3 counties all in one. Let's not even forget about the numbers we had just last class in the class before that. We can't take everybody. We can't.
No, you can't. And then look, I mean, no, I'm including Palm Beach County. Shout out to Kev Robbins from the Big 3 roll-up.
Right.
Good guy, great guy. And he is the 561 process site because he's from there. And he will let you know about every guy from that area.
As he should.
As he should.
Yeah.
Kyler Elam, who went to Florida, obviously Matt Elam's younger cousin. Matt Elam went to Palm Beach Gardens. Kyler Elam went to Benjamin School in North Palm Beach County. So, I mean, it's like a stone's throw from the Palm Beach County, Martin County line. I mean, way up there. Mm. And that's a 4-star kid who's going to play. You know what I mean? So, yeah, of course, the whole Tri-County area, it counts. You know what I mean? And, I mean, that's not even going out and saying, all right, what's up with the Orlando area? You got to, I mean, sure.
Duval. What about Duval County?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you get N'Kosi Perry. No, he hasn't lived up to the billing that he had and anything, but he's from Ocala. That's from, you know, Central Florida. You got all them guys from Orlando, Winter Park and everything. You had that Pouncey kid who went to Texas. His younger brother is a recruit now. You're not even talking about going over to Tampa and seeing what kind of guys you can get from there. And I'm discounting IMG Academy because that's the nah, they don't count.
That's the G League of high school. That's
exactly.
Not fair.
What's that? They're the Oak Hill Academy of football. You know what I mean? They just get guys from wherever.
Right.
Like,
I'm still waiting on them to line it up with St. Thomas Aquinas. Oh, St. Thomas, not the new St. Thomas Aquinas. I don't know if these guys are the same. But
hey,
IMG And St. Thomas, old school, man.
This last year, this 2019 Aquinas team was.
Yeah, they came back. Yeah,
they might not have been 2009, 2011 Aquinas, but like 19 Aquinas was up there in that conversation. They were like that.
And see, I played at American, so they were in our division. So we had to play them in the playoffs. And 2011, my oldest brother had to play Joey Bosa. So that's like those are the St. Thomas guys I'm used to seeing. Yikes. And it didn't go well.
I mean, I would see that matchup every year. Be like, okay, who's the sacrifice? Oh, it's American. And I worked at Miramar, the real Patriots, by the way. So, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I had to go there with it. But
hey, who still got the Patriot trophy?
Yeah, we do.
No. It's in our presidents. Yep.
American win. What?
Yes, sir. Check it out.
That had to be after I looked out of Miramar. Because there were two teams that we never lost to when I was at Miramar. We never lost to American, and we never lost to Everglades.
Well, I'm not talking about 95. I'm talking about 2014.
I worked there from 2007 to 14, 15. What you mean?
We didn't play Miramar again until 2016.
No, wait. I left out of there. I was there for 11 years. I was there till 2018. We didn't. You sleep. No. That had to be after that. No, y'all didn't.
I ain't never losing no Miramar Patriot. I ain't never played no Miramar Patriots.
That's what I'm saying. But like, still, it is what it is. I just know that in my 11 years, from 2007 to 2018, we ain't lose to American. We ain't lose to Everglades. I know them too.
Even though y'all took some L's to Flanagan, we ain't gonna talk about that. But it's all right,
bro. I was upset by that. I mean, but hey, it is what it is. They finally, for the first time ever, got over
big facts.
I mean, but hey, it is what it is. Devin Bush brought his kids over there. He got Boosie. He got all them boys. They brought their kids and all the other, Optimus kids and things like that. So, some kids who were at Miramar even went over there, and they ended up getting over the top of the Patriots and winning a state championship, the one. But hey, I'll give credit where it's due. And actually, I had called Flanagan the best 5-5 team in America years ago. And even Miramar's coaches were like, nah, they're not. And I was like, I get that you don't want to say that about a rival in our district, that you don't want to give them any kind of juice. Mm-hmm. But that was when they had that Ferguson kid who went to Notre Dame, and they had another couple, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they went 5-5 that year. I said, that's the best 5-5 high school team in America. And nobody listened to me. I said, all right. I don't know anything.
Right there, man. Goodness.
Woo! That was when Cypress Bay was with Guandolo with that. Ooh,
Cypress Bay was a squad too on the low. Yeah. I mean, it was all rock with Raw Sports, but it's all right. Much respect.
Yeah.